Oh my goodness, they're all in here.
You want some coffee?
I do.
Let's go get some. I'm gonna take a break.
Guys, welcome to another episode of Suburban Homestead GenX. We have had some massive storms come through here. You know, a little bit of high wind. That tree right there, it snapped that tree off and broke it down. So we'll get it processed up. Thankfully, it didn't fall on anything. But now that we've had a lot of rain, that is our first stump. So what we're going to focus on now is I think we're going to make a fire right here. Then we're going to do a fire over here. And before we can move my office down there, there's a stump down there that we have to burn out. So our goal is going to be to get all of those going. Now Jennifer has been nice and she went and got us some coals to get this fire started. So those coals will be there. And we've got to... Now, I'm going to probably have to get some more gloves here tomorrow. Some cheap ones, I guess.
Yeah, look at that.
Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go get some wood that we have piled around here to bring up to this. But I want to actually see some flame. Like I say, if it wasn't for the... I guess we'll call it the blessing of all this rain, we would not have this ability right now. It'd be so hard to get a fire even thought of started. This is some of that firewood that we split. And, a lot of this we've had in the house. Some of this is the wood that we've had already in the house, so it's dry. Should not take this too terribly long to spark up. While it's doing that, I'm just going to grab some other pieces from around here. With the ground being so wet, I know we have several places we can light some fires. We have a freeze warning coming in tonight. I don't have everything ready for the chickens and the ducks for this freeze. I know it's pretty much just some hay, but I've got to get some more of that. We'll do that over the weekend. But I guess we're going to cut up and burn all the top of this one here. We got a fire starting to catch up here. We got one here. We'll spend a little bit of time making sure neither one of them is going to go out. They both have enough dry fuel to keep the process going. Here it is right now, coming directly over the house. Look at that. That's a military helicopter. Point blank directly over the house. This is getting ridiculous, y'all. Cloud seeding today. Say what?
Our house is shaking.
Right here, you can hardly see it now, but right here, this is the power for that building. And it's not going to be much. We're going to take that tree down, that tree down. Those two trees stay. They're the backside. They're persimmon. We'll be getting that tree. Woo! Military there. That one's headed to Birmingham, though. That's just normal. That one's going right down to the airport in Birmingham. Yeah. There's a base down in Birmingham on the backside of the airport, so I don't worry about it. It's the ones that go in the opposite directions of any base. Those are the ones that kind of make me wonder, what's going on? Hey, guys, we're setting up here. We got some hay in on the ducks, so they're gonna be warm. You know, ducks are a whole lot hardier than the chickens are, so our ducks, they should be good till we get down in the 30s. Right now, the big ticket item is gonna be trying to see how much. Yeah, there you go. How much of this we can get cleared out before the weekend, and then we're gonna move the ducks this weekend. I know we promised getting some boards cut. We're gonna have that in this video. If I have boards cut, I'm gonna drop that clip right now. So obviously I didn't have boards cut. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go get the other. So at least we got started on the boards, if nothing else. But this week, the other items we have to take care of. Once we get this area over here cleaned, like I said, we're gonna do probably a 10 by 15 little enclosure, give the ducks a bit more space of their own. They have more than in there. Ducks don't really like a big coop to go in. They like something like a dog house. So we're gonna build a small dog house for them to go into. It'll be right on the ground. I don't know what type of floor I'm gonna put in. I may just leave it a ground floor and just keep putting hay in there for them. We'll figure that out. If anyone has any suggestions on that, let me know. I'm trying to make the ducks a little more comfortable than living with the chickens. The other item we're going to try and squeeze in this video is down there the gate. And when we get down there, I'll show you. But that thing is just so hard to open, hard to close. You got to pick up on it and carry it. So we're going to use railroad tie, a little bit of cement. We're going to make a really solid post down at the gate at some point in this episode or next episode. So we have the gate open and closed smoothly, and we'll start getting the boards or those trees we dug down. We'll start at least getting this far side of the driveway lined with those so we can put backfill in. Let me go find the other strap I need to do this. Get some gloves on. I was so lucky I found these on sale at Tractor Supply for like $13. Or no, it wasn't Tractor Supply, it was Ace Hardware. Don't let me give Tractor Supply any credit. Their gloves were $20 and $30. For like this pair right here was almost $25 at Tractor Supply. Ace Hardware is about $13. So, you know, this is pretty much the same thing we do with the chain. But I don't believe I'm going to have to hold any weight on this, is what I was saying. So this should be just perfect and fine. When you're working with these, a friend of mine a long time ago, I used to leave my straps like this all the time. And he used to get on to me and remind me that that's how you lock them. Let's get these tomato cages moved out the way just in case. Now I put a little bit of marking. I want to give it some more tension because I definitely want it to fall this way. I got a dog over here I don't want to hit. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to move it after all. Damn it. You damn it. Exactly what I didn't want to happen.
See that right there? What is that in the sky? What is that? It's blinking red and blue, right?
Green.
Green? What is that?
Sounds like milkman.
I'm following it. Isn't that weird?
Well, tonight's a good night to try and get this started. I got probably maybe an hour worth of daylight. It's about 4:30. The sun sets somewhere here around 5:30. And what we're going to try and do is get as much done as we can. But this is the gate. And when you open and close the gate, it drags the ground. You can see up there, it's just sitting right on the ground. So I'm going to replace the pole with a railroad tie so that it's not so shaky, because, I mean, this is the problem. And I own that. That's on me. I thought that would be good enough, but obviously it's not. I probably should have had some type of a cross in here, beam. But the first thing we're going to have to do is get this gate off. The weirdest thing is everything seems to get heavier after it sits for a while. See how hard these are. Oh, it's not going to be that bad. It's just going to take a minute. Get my hand now. Yeah, I can. See, they're not that big. It's only about 4 inches or so into the wood, maybe a little more. Figure the bottom one would be the one that would be the most difficult, just because of its location. Yeah, these nails mostly pulled out anyways. So. I thought this might be a problem, so I thought maybe, just maybe, cut around it. Don't worry, this is just one of them little cheapy axes, camping axes from Walmart. We ain't tearing. I think when I bought it, they were like $2, so I've had it a minute. Whoa. There we go, it's a little bit more. I figured this is gonna be the hardest part of this whole operation, getting this nail out. I'll be able to move that over, good deal. Now he's got to repeat the same process on the bottom. Let's see if we have enough room to make this kind of just pop over the end of the nail. We do. Just take this up as it is. I think I'm going to use screws or bolts next time. It's going to be too difficult. Might just get the tractor and may let it pop it out. Kind of go around the drawbar once. Wrap it around the log, maybe 2 times. See if that'll be enough pressure. I think it will, but we'll find out. Times is bad when UPS drivers have to go in teams and pairs. And I'll tell you while we're getting this stuff out here, that part of it is the learning experience. I didn't like this when I put it in a few years ago. I'm glad I did, because now I know to never do that again. But when you're doing this, the next one we put in is definitely going to be X'd. So we have the top grabbing the bottom. And that along with what we have concrete-wise, hopefully that'll keep us still for a decade, I hope. When you're pushing hard, you can get a good bit done in half an hour. Okay. So this is our hole. I hope you can see it. I might lighten it a little bit, but that's 34 inches deep. That right there is about 16 inches on the shelf. So I guess now I need to figure out how I'm gonna get this pole back in here. I wonder how much a railroad tie weighs. It's either I'm doing pretty good or I'm getting really weak. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get a little bit of cement mixed up. Put that in, re-level it, and just keep filling with cement till we're full. If I have too much water, I'll just add some from another bag till I get it right. Alright, so, I mean, nothing major. We just got a hole in the ground, have it level. I guess we're going to give this 48 hours to cure. Then we'll come and put our fence back on. For right now, I think we may drag it over in front of the road, or I might leave it there tonight. I guess I'll leave it there.
Alright guys, so we're gonna be, you have to ignore the sloppy up here. I got like jogging pants on and just comfy pants on. I've been stacking wood trying to get this ready. So you're gonna work with me building a fire right here. I already put some wood, some of this hot stuff on the bottom. And this is what Jay told me. He takes baking grease and he coats the paper towel in baking grease like that and puts it on top of that. Then you put this wood on top of that, and this is for wood that's kind of, it might be kind of wet, but it's still dry. That paper towel, that grease on it will burn for a while. It'll help start a fire for you. It's just a little hint. Then I put this kind of wood like this on top of it. I'm gonna get a fire going. Get a lighter. Get that lid back there. Okay, so see, we got that lid back there. And we're gonna keep adding more wood on top of that. Like that. I'm gonna get my fire going. And a lot of times that he showed me this, if you really want to get going faster, you kind of close the door like that and let some air come through it. That aluminum foil will stop the draft from underneath the door. But that'll keep burning. I'm gonna keep adding fire in here. Because and my flue is open in the back, it's up and down. So I have an airflow going from here and it's going all the way up the back. I'll show you. Before I started building it, this thing is straight up and down like this, see? This way it's closed, that way straight up and narrow so you can get air in there, and it also keeps the stove hotter. So, you see our little fire starting in there. I got a fire going in there now, see? And after that starts to burn good, see the fire going in there. After that starts to burn good, I'm gonna put those size logs on there, like those pine logs. And then I have all that cut, and we have a big old stack outside. This is our really first cold snap, so we've been chopping a lot of wood and getting the stove ready. Now remember, if you use a lot of pine like this, like these pine pieces right here that you see the pine, it does cause a lot of creosote to build up, and that's the soot and stuff from the sap build up inside your chimney. And then you have to use stuff to clean the creosote out of your chimney every now and then. We don't normally use a lot of pine. We use a lot of hardwood, sweet gum and stuff like that. But for heat, fast heat, pine works. But it burns fast, and remember, it puts out a lot of heat and it leaves creosote behind, which can be a problem if it builds up. It could even cause chimney fires. He chops the wood, and then I help him stack it, and then I bring it in here. And I stack it inside, and I keep it inside stacked up. And what that does is it keeps us dry wood in here at all times. So at all times we have dry wood to start a good fire. There. And this is to open that. Always use this to open in your door because that handle will get hot. Then, when you get that fire going, if you don't want a lot of heat immediately blasting out into the room, you want this to last a little bit, let me show you what you can do. Now, if you really want to warm the room fast, just leave this flame open like this, and you'll start burning some fire and it'll work. If you want it to wait and just burn down slowly and you slowly heat the room, you do that. See how that goes sideways? And it blocks your airflow. All right.
I wanted to get out earlier today. I couldn't do it. I guess I was just too lazy for the most part, to be honest. But I feel we got to get this gate back in place the best we can. So we're going to see if we can't make that happen today. But the post seems to be set real well. The post here, I mean, it seems to be set real well. That concrete's good. It's not moving. Jennifer's been poking on it some. But I'm thinking that right now what I want to do is I'm going to try and see if we can't brace it a little bit. Before I actually mount the gate though, I'm going to make sure I have a piece of wire or a board or something. Let's see what we got we can work with. So we just have to break that wire there. So this board here, I'll slide it through this, however. Oh, I see. Have to go more like this to make it work. So yeah, that'll work just fine. Let me get the drill. Like I said, this is just a temporary support so that we don't have the gate get messed up. That one we just kind of want to hold in place. I know I'm tripping all over everything, but it's just kind of tight right here. For the immediate time, just the amount of concrete we put in here and the way that we put it is one-sided would hold this. But as the ground gets wet, moves around, the gate's doing its thing and the wind blowing against it, I'm just going to feel better having some support. I wasn't sure exactly what we was going to find down here today, so I just got a whole bunch of stuff in the tractor and we'll see what we actually need. I want this gate to at least be up off the ground a few inches. The level has to be perfect, but how we get there doesn't necessarily have to be. And like I said, the pole is, well, it's a little bit off level. On this side shows level, but when we put our screws back in, we'll use a piece of string or the tape measure to kind of make sure we're plumb square. But our first thing is going to be, we have to lift this to where we are level. So what we did is we found our mark. It's going to be about right here for our first mark. Tell you, I bought this adjustable wrench. Now I'll date myself again, but I got this one down at Harbor Freight for like $8 one year when they were on sale. This was, well, you know, this has to be at least 10-15 years ago. Not quite, maybe 8-10. But anyways, it's been enough time that you ain't gonna get one that cheap again. My point is, just this tool has been so handy for everything I've had to do with the tractor and a lot of things I've had to do around here. I know it starts off at a wobble, but one thing we have to note is my hole was straight going in. My hole was level going in. So as you see, it pulled this back to being level again. And I'm probably not putting but 15 pounds or so pressure on this every time I pull. So I put this in, and the bottom one, we'll leave out about 2 threads. It looks like it's maybe 1/4 inch as it goes down, so we'll leave it out 2 threads and it should be level. All right, so I see a mark, and we're just gonna, where'd I put that drill? Let me get that drill. There was a mark here that the concrete has made. And it looks like okay, so let's get this one in. I'll bet you that'll be pretty darn good. All right, guys, well, the gate's hung, and there's some high spots from all the erosion, but we'll come down here. We're gonna, I guess we'll get this spot here leveled out anyways. Do the best we can. Dig it down. Maybe we'll even get a couple more of these just to put in the ground right there. You know, as far as our pad is, so that we always have a good place for the gate to open. But it's getting cold. I'm gonna have to go up. I'm sorry we didn't get as much done as we wanted to. I'm just not gonna make any more promises. I'll tell you one thing though. This has been the week of weird anomalies. Actually, the 2 weeks. All kind of weird anomalies going on. I just called it weird science. Let me know what you think some of these are. I mean, there's some that might just be a simple bug, and all this military stuff, these daily flights over us multiple times. Maybe it's just normal military stuff, but it's never happened before, or at least we've never noticed it. But until next time.